Good evening, dear listeners. This is Asadal, speaking from a place between time and dream. If you are hearing my voice tonight, perhaps it is because you too have waited for someone for far too long. The moon is full again. Every time it rises, I remember her Asanyeo. She was the light I could never hold, the whisper that lived in my shadow. We met when the rivers were still young, when stars still sang to the earth. She smiled like dawn breaking through mist, and in that smile, I saw eternity. But eternity, I learned, can be cruel. The gods envied our love, and so they tore the sky in half, one half for me, one for her. Since then, I have wandered lifetimes, from mountain to wind, from man to myth, searching for her reflection in every face, in every quiet pool of water, in every flicker of candlelight. Tonight, the world feels close again, as if heaven has lowered its head to listen. I can almost feel her breath in the wind, hear her laughter in the rustling leaves. If she can hear me now, Asanyeo, my moon, my echo through centuries, please know, I have not forgotten. Even when I became stone, my heart kept beating beneath the moss. And if the gods still watch us, let them know love cannot be unmade. It only changes form, like water becoming mist, like a dream becoming memory. So, I speak into this night, to anyone who has loved and lost, to anyone still waiting by a river of time. You are not alone, because somewhere, under this same moon, she listens too. They say time heals all things, but what if time itself is the wound? I have walked through centuries, and still, her name burns in my chest. Sometimes I wonder, was it love, or was it punishment, to remember her so clearly? While the world keeps changing faces, I have seen empires fall to dust, cities rise from sand and fade again, but her memory that never fades, it clings to me like scent on old letters. There was a night, long ago, when I stood by a river of light. I thought I saw her there, kneeling by the water, smiling softly. Wait for me, I whispered, but the wind carried her away, and the stars closed their eyes. Only ripples answered back. Since then, I have spoken to shadows, written her name on fogged windows, and left prayers inside empty shells, hoping one might reach her somehow. Each lifetime, I find her again, a different name, a different face, but always the same eyes, the same quiet sorrow. Sometimes she remembers, sometimes she doesn't. When she forgets, I let her go. When she remembers, I stay. Tonight, if she listens from afar, I want her to know, I am still waiting by that river, where love first learned to defy the gods. Tonight, the sky holds its breath, the stars whisper to each other, and even the winds grow still, as if the world awaits a reunion. I can feel her presence near. The air trembles, heavy with light. The moon slides slowly across the sun, and day becomes twilight. This is our hour. The forbidden moment the gods forgot. I call her name once more, and the horizon answers with fire. Then I see her, draped in silver, her eyes shining like dawn. Time folds around us, and for an instant, the world is whole again. Asanyeo, my voice breaks like a wave. She smiles, soft and sad, as if she remembers every lifetime at once. We don't speak at first. Words feel too small for eternity. Instead, she reaches out her hand, and I feel warmth after 1,000 winters. The sun burns, the moon glows, and we stand in the shadow they create. For a heartbeat, even the gods are blind. For a heartbeat, we are infinite. I waited, I tell her. I know, she whispers. I heard your voice. Her fingers tremble like petals in wind, and I want to hold her forever. But light begins to return. The sun reclaims the sky. Our time is slipping like sand through glass. Don't go, I plead. She smiles again, tears glimmering. I never left. I live wherever you remember me. And then she fades into the soft gold of morning, leaving only warmth on my palm, and the echo of her breath in mine. After she vanished into light, the world grew unbearably silent. Even the birds hesitated to sing, as if afraid to disturb my sorrow. I wandered until my feet bled, searching for the echo of her steps, but the path always ended the same. In stillness, in unanswered wind, the years folded into centuries. I forgot the language of men, only her name remained, like an ember buried in ash. One evening, the mountains wept rain. I knelt upon the earth, and whispered, "Take me too." The soil answered with silence. Then, slowly, my body grew heavy. First my hands, then my heart. Stone crept through my veins, turning longing into granite. Yet even as I hardened, my soul refused to sleep. I could still feel her laughter, carved deep within the silence. Seasons passed, leaves became dust. Temples rose and fell, rivers changed their beds. But I remained, watching, waiting, the guardian of a forgotten promise. People came and left flowers at my feet, They called me the waiting statue. They said I was cursed by love. They were half right. Because love is a beautiful curse. It binds, it burns, it endures. I did not die, I became memory. And memory is another form of life. Now, moss covers my shoulders, and moonlight paints my face each night. Sometimes, I think I see her shadow, dancing in the mist by the river. I cannot move, but I can remember, and remembering her is enough to keep my heart from turning to dust. They say the world has changed, but when I open my eyes again, I'm still here in Gyeongju, beneath the same sky. People walk past with phones in hand, their laughter bright as temple bells. No one knows I can hear them. APEC flags flutter down the street. Leaders speak of peace and future, while behind them, the stone of Sakyamuni still breathes. I have watched nations rise and fade, but never before have I seen such light. The air is filled with languages and hope. And then among the crowd, a woman in white pauses before me. Her eyes hold a moon I remember. She touches the stone gently, and whispers, "Is it you?" The world stops. I want to answer. Every grain of sand within me trembles. A soft crack runs through the stone. Her tears fall on my face. And for the first time in 1,000 years, I feel warmth again. The moon rises over Bulguksa, silver on the pagoda's edge. Somewhere, a radio plays my old story. People pause to listen. A voice from the past, telling of love that defied time. She smiles, whispering, "I never forgot." And suddenly the night is filled with light, not from the moon but from our memory. So if you visit Gyeongju tonight, stand before the stone of Sakyamuni, listen closely, the stone still speaks. It says, "Love endures, always."